Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a very good Thursday evening to everybody. We're almost to the end of the week, but unfortunately we're going to be doing so on a wet note, and that wet weather, part of it is going to hang into part of the weekend as well. But the good news is that Mother's Day at the moment looks dry. We'll get to that in just a second, but let's take a live look right now at downtown Utica, where we do have a little bit of light rain out there right now and a lot of clouds. Temperature right now 51 degrees with, again, those cloudy skies, and the roadways are looking a little bit wet at the moment, but that's going to change as we head through the overnight hours. They're going to get even wetter. And I know we've been talking a lot about the rain that we've had recently, but in case you're wondering where we ended up snowfall-wise for the winter of 2024 and 25, we were 8 inches above average for the season. We typically have about 96 inches. That's here in downtown Utica. Keep in mind, of course, as you head up toward the Tug Hill, that's even higher. But we ended up with 104 inches this season. So again, 8 inches above average, some even more than that. Again, there's some of that light rain that we've got through Oneida, portions of Madison County, up toward the north and west as well. And that's going to continue to be the case through the overnight hours. We've got a cold front down toward our south and east, and that's the reason why we've got seasonably cool conditions with us both today and for tomorrow as well. But as we head through tomorrow and especially through Saturday, this cold front will continue to move down toward the south and east into the Atlantic, and an area of low pressure will ride along it, especially during the day tomorrow. So that'll increase our rain chances once again tomorrow and through the first part of Saturday as well. Most of tonight is dry though, especially this evening. There could be an isolated or a spotty shower out there, but then as we head toward and after midnight to the south and east of Utica, that's when we see the rain developing. And you'll notice the heaviest rain stays to the south and east of Utica, and that's where we have the best chance of seeing 1.5 to 3 inches of rain, and that continues through most of the day tomorrow. We could see some more moderate pockets here in the northern and western portions of our viewing area. So this is kind of the opposite map of what we had on Tuesday, where the heaviest rain was from Utica and Herkimer County points to the west. This time it's off toward the east. You'll notice even Albany getting close to 3 inches of rain. The rest of us seeing around 1 inch to 1.5 inches, but in those areas that you do see the heaviest rain for eastern and southern New York, we do have a flood watch. That does include Chenango, Otsego, Fulton, and Montgomery counties, and it also goes into Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont as well, where we're expected to see maybe even more than 3 inches of rain. For Saturday, we have rain for the first part of the day, and then we'll see some sunshine through the afternoon, 66, so seasonable. Sunday even more so. We should be around 67 this time of the year. We'll be a little bit better than that with mainly sunny skies, 68 on Sunday, so definitely looking like the better of the 2 weekend days. Gets even warmer for Monday. We'll be between 75 and 80, and it looks like that'll be the case again on Tuesday. Tuesday we'll see some more clouds, and then Wednesday and Thursday could see some scattered thunderstorms around 70s both days, which is above average for this time of year.
And I know, Jordan, I've been saying for the last few weeks, we need rain, we need rain. We got it.
Yeah, we did get it, and in some cases, even more than 3 inches of it.
Of course, we've got that burn ban also ending next week, so hopefully we can tide over just a little bit more so we can start burning out all that brush.
Absolutely, and the good news is that we're not in a drought, so that's something good to think about.
You can say that again. Coming up next on
You by Nye Automotive Group. Come see why it's gotta be Nye. Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a very good Thursday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some more rain to end the work week. But the good news is that it won't be all bad news for the weekend. We will have some warmer weather as well as some bright conditions. Before we get to that though, right now, it's 47 degrees in downtown Utica with a lot of clouds at this time. And that's fairly mild for this time of night. And I know we've been talking a lot about the rain that we've been seeing recently, but in case you're wondering where we ended up snowfall-wise for the season, we were at 104 inches in downtown Utica. Obviously, you had more as you headed up toward the north, toward the Tug Hill Plateau. In an average season, we see about 8 feet of snow, 96 inches. So we were 8 inches above average for the season. So thankfully, that's all behind us. We're still dealing with that rain, especially down toward Otsego County right now. But you don't have to go far to the southeast of Utica to find some in southern Herkimer County. But again, fairly light in nature tonight. Not like the absolute deluge that we had back on Tuesday afternoon. We do have a cold front that's down to our south and east right now over portions of New England, southern New York State, and along it we'll see an area of low pressure developing as it heads offshore as we go through tomorrow into Saturday, and that's the reason for the rainfall, and that's also the reason why the heaviest rain is going to fall to the south and east. I'll show you that in a second. Tonight we'll have mainly cloudy skies with temperatures dipping down into the 45 to 50 degree range, and you'll notice starting the day tomorrow, we'll start the day with a lot of rain again, heaviest toward toward the south and east in those yellow and orange pockets, and that's where we have a flood watch. I'll show you that in a second as well. And that'll be with us throughout the day. Periods of light to moderate, maybe occasionally heavy rain, especially to the south and east. And then as we go through tomorrow night into Saturday morning, the rain finally lets up before it finally comes to an end on Saturday afternoon. We do return to sunshine. For most areas to the north and west, looks like we could see around, if not just a little bit under, half an inch to an inch, maybe an inch and a half of rain. But as you head down toward the south and east, that's when we have the highest potential of seeing 1.5 to 2 inches of rain. And even as you get closer to Capital District, 2 to 3 inches of rain, maybe even more. And that presents a moderate flooding risk there. And because of that, down toward the Interstate 88 corridor, Chenango, Otsego, Fulton, Montgomery counties, you do have a flood watch in effect till Saturday morning for the highest potential of seeing 1.5 to 2 inches of rain there. Temperatures during the day tomorrow will only be between 55 and 60 degrees for most of us. Keep in mind the average high this time of the year is around 67, so that's about 10 degrees cooler than average. We'll be on either side of that, though, during the weekend. 66 on Saturday, 68 on Sunday. With, again, a chance of shower Saturday morning, some sun developing during the afternoon, and then it's definitely brighter and also warmer on Sunday, which is good news for Mother's Day. And then it'll be warmer as we go through Monday as well. And 77 for the high, 75 to 80 as we go through Tuesday. So still warm, although we'll see an increase in clouds. And then we could see some thunder heading our way for both Wednesday and Thursday, with temperatures both days around 5 to 10 degrees above average. But that does come with a chance of some thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon. We'll have to keep an eye and see if any of those become severe.
Of course, we're keeping our eye on that, but of course, we can't ignore all that sunshine that's coming for the early part of next week. What do you say?
That combined with the warm temperatures, I'm definitely looking forward to it after all this rain that we've had.
Hopefully it's a good weekend so everyone can get outside, truly enjoy the spring before it really heats up this summer.